So welcome back to a brand new episode of the Toronto Blue Jays franchise mode here in MLB The Show 16. So we just pulled off a huge trade, a blockbuster in fact. So we acquired first baseman Will Myers and second baseman Corey Spangenberg from the San Diego Padres in exchange for first baseman Chris Colabello, left fielder Desmond Jennings, and right fielder prospect Joe Gross. This is a big blockbuster trade for us. I don't know if it's a blockbuster. It's okay. It's a good trade, but regardless, it did affect our lineup. We now have a better hitter, or a better speed man in Jared Dyson hitting leadoff. And we did add in our man Will Myers, who already looks very good. 85 overall in here. He's a righty, 26 years old, A potential. He's a 90 overall potential, which is very good to see. He can play first base too. He's a very good player. So he's very happy right now that he is in Toronto. So regardless, we didn't really add anybody too much into the offseason. We did add Colby Rasmus on the team. We just acquired Will Myers and Jared Dyson on the team, plus Corey Spangenberg. But regardless, we also acquired our backup catcher, Carlos Ruiz. That's one man I forgot to mention on that off-season recap videos. We did acquire Carlos Ruiz, even though he's 72 overall. He's probably going to be playing maybe a few games, maybe 3 or 4, I don't know. We'll see where he plays, but regardless, our lineup looks very good for the season. We're going to go and do a team overview type thing, just for Season 2 of the Toronto Blue Jays franchise mode. So, at starting pitcher, we do have basically our ace right now, Marcus Stroman, second, Marco Estrada, Aaron Sanchez, Drew Smiley, J. Happ, Jared Weaver, we just acquired this offseason, Brett Anderson, a new acquisition, John Danks, new acquisition, and that's basically about it. We also have our prospect, our A prospect, Nigel Paget, 27 years old, 75 overall, looking very good so far. So this season, hopefully Nigel Paget will grow to maybe an 80 overall. The next season, maybe hit his potential. Who knows? But Nigel Paget, I want to get him some work here in the bullpen for this season. So we might have to go and switch, I don't know, John Danks into a reliever or something. But regardless, relief pitchers. So we have Drew Storen, 84 overall, 29 years old. We just re-signed. Brett Cecil, Aaron Loop, Jason Mott, who's returning for his second season after being traded for we acquired him in that R.A. Dickey trade last season in Colorado. And we also acquired Carlos Villanueva, who is a former Blue Jay. He keeps his picture on the team, which is very good to see. Then we have Adam Octavino returning for his second season, also acquired in the R.A. Dickey trade last season. Justin Miller, another acquisition in that R.A. Dickey trade. And then you have Hutch, Bo Schultz, and that's about it. So closing pitchers, Roberto Osuna returning for a third season on the Blue Jays. 80 overall, 22 years old. Obviously a stud closer in the game. And then we go to catchers. We have Russell Martin, 34 years old, 86 overall catcher. We have Carlos Ruiz, who we just acquired, 38 years old. So he's probably going to be mentoring Russell Martin a bit in a way. Even though he is 34, Carlos Ruiz could teach him a few tricks in the bag. But first base, we have Edwin Encarnacion, AL MVP last season, 80 overall, 34 years old. And then we have Will Myers, who's going to be our actual first baseman, 85 overall, 26-year-old first baseman Will Myers. Looking very good. I like him for this season. But second base, we have Devin Travis, 80 overall, 26 years old. We have Corey Spangenberg, our backup second baseman, 77 overall, 26 years old. We just acquired. Third base, we have former AL MVP Josh Donaldson, 97 overall, 31-year-old third baseman. He's on his last year of his contract, so you kind of got to worry about that one. I think he wants over $25 million. He does want $25 million. So Josh Donaldson, he is going to be pricey to get, but hopefully we go and keep Josh Donaldson at the end of the season. We're going to do everything we can to keep Josh Donaldson. But at backup, we have Manuel Vizcaino, who just got better in this season. He's 72 overall, 19 years old, so you never know. He might jump up to a 75 this season. But shortstop, we have Troy Tulowitzki returning for a third season on the Blue Jays, 93 overall, 32 years old. We have Billy Bellinger, the backup. He jumped up this offseason. He used to be like 69 or 72. Now to 76 overall, 23 years old. I was maybe thinking of putting him at second base, but we did not end up trading Devin Travis, so we can't put our man Billy at second base. Plus, we have a backup second baseman in Corey Spangenberg too. But going to left field, we have our new left fielder, Jared Dyson. He is fast, 97 overall. Basically, the reason why I got him is speed, but he also brings some pretty good contact on into this game. Plus, he's a very good base runner too, and a good defensive presence in the field. But We did end up trading our Gold Glove winner Desmond Jennings last season, so kind of sad, but I wanted to change in left field. Just the new man to see new face on the team. But center field, we have Kevin Pillar returning on the Blue Jays for I don't know how many seasons he's been on the Blue Jays, but returning for his second year on this franchise mode. 86 overall, 28 years old. He is one of the most sought after fielders in the game. Every time there's a trade offer, usually it's for Kevin Pillar because teams think he's undervalued or underappreciated or something. But in Toronto, we appreciate Kevin Pillar very much. 86 overall, he's looking very good for the season. We have a new right fielder in town. He was in the Blue Jays a few years ago, back in 2013 or 2014. But we did bring in former Blue Jay himself, Colby Rasmus, 79 overall, 30 years old, bringing that fantastic year back into Toronto, the 6th. But we did have to sign a few backup right fielders just because we had a lack of right fielders. We had to sign our man Wallace Sanford and Chris Hazy, I don't know how to say that, but we have some crappy backup right fielders, but we had to do it just so we can have some depth on our team. We got to go and get some of these guys from them. We'll bring those guys down to like the AAA and the AA, but we'll go, and yeah, it's basically our lineup for this season. Here's the rotation if you want to see it. We do have Marcus Stroman hitting in first in our rotation, then second Margot Shaka, third Drew Smiley, fourth Aaron Sanchez, and fifth Jay Happ. I was debating on whether putting in Brett Anderson into our starting lineup or our starting rotation, but Jay Happ, I think I might have to bring him back into the bullpen again. Just based on his start last season, he was 5-3, 3.23 ERA, playing very good before he ended up breaking something, and he's out for the entire season. So Jay Happ, we gotta give him another chance because it's not his fault that injuries got him replaced. It's not his fault. So we're probably gonna go and keep that rotation to start the season. We're probably gonna make some changes, but here's our backups though. Look how much depth we have on this team when it comes to backups. Nigel Pageant though, I gotta try and get him in the starting rotation soon. Hopefully we can, but our bullpen depth is probably one of the best in the MLB. Seriously, it is really good. And then we have in closing, yeah, basically our bullpen looks very good to start the season off. And here's our batting lineup for this season. I gotta go and change some of this batting lineup up, but typically this is what our batting lineup is gonna be every game, almost practically every game. So at first, at leadoff, we got Jared Dyson hitting. Second, Tulo. Third, Josh Donaldson. At cleanup, we have Edwin. Fifth, we have Will Myers. Sixth, we have Colby Rasmus. Seventh, Kevin Pillar. Eighth, Devin Travis. And at the bottom of the order, we have our catcher, Russell Martin. Which maybe, I don't know, I might put him at right here. I might put it like that because Russell Martin playing very well in the playoffs last season, or last postseason. So we kind of got to think about that. So it's typically what our lineup is going to be for this season. But I guess that was our team overview for year number 2. I already did play one game in the spring training. All of our players look very good to start the season off. So make sure to like and subscribe for more Toronto Blue Jays franchise mode. And thanks for watching. I will see you later.